Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. I'm playing very serious videos. I do for the one. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff and drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm gonna talk about stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not gonna lie. I am extremely excited for this one. So hopefully it's amazing. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I am inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. And folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today? Well, it happens to be my my Bloodywood shirt from their 9-inch non-tour. Which, I mean, I love this shirt anyway. It's such a badass shirt. But then on top of that, I love that they, got in a little 9-inch nail thing there. It just makes me happy. I like 9-inch nails a lot, so. But if you're unfamiliar with the band Bloodywood, they are a band out of India, kind of a mix between nu metal and folk metal, I guess, because they do incorporate elements of traditional Indian music within them. I think these guys are amazing. Like, genuinely, when I found these guys a few years ago, typically every year, there's like one band that I find that kind of defines my year. Like that's like the band of that year. For me, Bloodywood was that band that year. Like when I found their stuff, I was like, they're amazing. I love them. When they came to America on their 9-inch non tour, I was there. When they came back the following year, I was there. I like them so much. I actually have videos of their performances that I've attended. Those videos are on this channel as well, just in case maybe you want to check them out. If nothing else, I'd be more than happy to kind of point you in the right direction as far as their music goes, because I can't say enough good things about these guys. I think they're incredible. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Well, I'm now on the third dish from a new establishment, a new local establishment that just opened up. I was following a Facebook post in sort of a local food group page, and they said, hey, we just opened up, blah, blah, blah. I guess they've been open for like a couple days. And it happened to be a place called Dosa Point. And I was like, all right, that sounds like a thing that I would like to try. I love trying out local establishments, obviously. In fact, I have an entire playlist called Eating Out Illinois, which is a playlist for just local establishments. That this review will end up on there. And yeah, man, like I was like, okay, so I popped on over, got the menu. I had no idea what I was doing. I guess they specialize in like South Indian cuisine, which I know very little about. Thankfully, the server and guy at the front, Aravind, he went over there and he helped me out, and especially with this item because it was on a page that I didn't even realize was there. He opened it up for me and he's like, you might want to see these too. And I was like, oh, thank you. And so what with it being Dosa Point, he recommended that I go over there and get some dosa, which apparently, I looked it up. Dosa is apparently an Indian street food of fermented it's a fermented batter of rice and lentils. It's from South India. Apparently, it's typically served hot with chutney and sambar. So this is their Keema Dosa, which is dosa filled with keema, which is apparently ground beef, and it's paired with sambar and chutneys. Okie doke. Let's open it. It's so large. Let's open it up. Wait even. Okay. Yes, it looks. It's so large. There's so much of it. Let's get a thing for the thing. It smells really good. And then it looks like this. So I'm guessing this is the dosa itself, and the beef is like the stuff because it comes with things. So, but let's try some of it just as is, since I've never had dosa before, so. Yeah, it's nice. Kind of light in flavor, but still very flavorful. Yeah, you definitely get sort of like. I'm glad I looked up the Wikipedia definition because yeah, like rice and lentils, yeah, you get sort of both aspects of it. Got a nice texture to it, a little bit crispy, a little bit chewy, rewarding to eat. That's cool. I like that. I'm very down with that. Okay. All right. Well, starting out seems to be good. Oh, okay. All right, and then. Oh wait, is there? Oh, okay. I guess there is some beef in there too. Okay. It's just kind of further down. Okay. Cool. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You get like that, like seasoned beef flavor to it. Really nice. It's gonna sound weird, and I don't mean it in an insulting way. It reminds me a little bit of like Taco Bell seasoned beef. Again, go with me on it, but much fresher tasting and like way more just better in every single way. But that's kind of where my goofy suburban American brain goes to. It's like, oh, it kind of reminds me a little bit of that, but then it's like, oh wait, this is way better than that ever could be. Yeah, I can see that. I can see why this would be popular. I like, yeah, it makes like a perfect street food. You get like a big old thing of it, tear off a piece here and there. Maybe that's the way you do that. I don't know. Yeah, it's really good. I like that. Like I said, I like the flavoring of that. Let's get some of the whatever this is. I don't know. I don't know if this is chutney or sambar or whatever it is. No, doing that would be a terrible plan. So let's not do that. And then let's do. Yeah, really like the beef flavor. I will say though, if I do have a criticism, would have liked more beef, because I do feel like the beef. Oh, that's why the beef is like off in its own little side pouch. I was like getting like remnants of the beef. Okay, now we're making more sense. Never mind what I just said. I'm just a moron. Okay. I was like, why is there so little beef? And then it's like, oh, there's this entire like secondary pocket. Okay. There we go. Oh man, that's good. That's like so well seasoned. Yeah, okay. As tasty as it was before with like the little bit of beef I was getting, I was like, this is pretty good. And again, I was like, well, could use some more. Let's put it in with some of this stuff. That's really good too. I wonder if that's lentil based. Almost reminds me a little bit of like a lentil soup, kind of. But also gives it like a little. Oh, that's really good with that. It was really good to begin with, but like with that, yeah, that bumps it up a lot. Gives a little extra kick to it. I really like that. Don't fall over. I'm such an idiot when it comes to this stuff. Oh, but I try, folks. I try. No, this is fantastic. Like, I wish that I'd constructed it properly from the beginning. That would have been a good plan. But at least I figured it out eventually, right? Yes, yes, yes. And the guy who served me, Aravind, I mean, he was very proud of their dosa. Flat out said that it was like the best dosa you were going to find pretty much anywhere in Illinois. This is my first time with dosa. I have to say, this is a really good fucking dosa. This makes me want more dosa. But two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Yes, and absolutely yes. And I would go over there and put it together properly first. No, that's super tasty. Like I said, I wish that I'd gone over there and gotten it right from the get-go, because it would have made the experience that much more pleasurable. But even just like the dosa by itself, the dosa is really tasty. And again, I can perfectly understand why that would be like a street food that people would go in for. And then just like, again, like the combination with the really, really nicely seasoned ground beef, like it's fantastic. It's super, super flavorful. Again, has that nice seasoned beef flavor to it. There's just so much going on, and it pairs like perfectly with the dosa. Like again, that's just like a, super easy, like that combination just makes sense. And then with whatever the thing that I dipped it in with was, if I was supposed to dip it in that made it even better. No, I thought this was fantastic. And I'm going to eat the hell out of the rest of this, because like, that's fantastic. And so this is item number 3 that I've reviewed from Dosa Point. I've reviewed this. I reviewed one of their drinks, which was a Roof of Selassie. And I also did one of their dahi puri. So I've tried 3 things from them now. I have to say, they knocked it out of the park for me. Everything that I had was fantastic, and I'm going to go as far as to say this, along with the other 2 things that I had, this is the business. Like I said, I mean, I can't go off of, I can't say it's the best dosa one where it's the best dosa I've had. It's the only dosa I've had. But no, that's really good. It's super tasty. I like everything that it's about. In some ways, it feels a little bit familiar. And it's definitely the type of food that I love. It seems, simple and easy and just honest, but then super flavorful. And I think a lot of the best street foods, that's exactly what it is. It's not overly complicated. It's just make it simple, make it really tasty. And this works in that regard. And everything about it was just a fun new experience. It was really tasty and good. So I loved it. And I would absolutely recommend it again. Just if you get it from, whether you get it from Dosa Point or wherever, do yourself a favor if you're like me and you're unfamiliar with the dish. Ask questions. In my experience, servers are always more than happy to go over there and, explain some of the ins and outs. I could have saved myself looking like a little bit of an idiot in this, but at the end of the day, I got it kind of right, and it was super good. So 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there yourselves a truly dosa-tastic rest of your life, because that's just some tasty stuff, man. Why isn't dosa more of a thing here in the United States? Like, I know Indian cuisine is, it's catching up, to some of the other cuisines. Like, man, dosa needs to be something that they're putting out there. Because, chicken masala, butter chicken. Let's get dosa. I think that would be huge. Just saying. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully, do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what other type of super tasty Indian cuisine should I try for the show? And try like butter chicken, chicken masala, stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, obviously, but like like regional dishes and things that I've, I don't know if I'll be able to, but like I want to try all these things and like experience all this stuff. So let me know. Use what you know to help me out. Anyway, bye.